7 o'clock. Let's wait. Let's see.
Recording in progress.
Just I'm just checking. Are you guys good back there? You're good? Okay. All right, it's 7 o'clock. It's Monday, December 22nd, 2025. This is the Town of Sunderland Select Board meeting. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Introduction of board members. I'm Todd Lawrence. At the far end to my right is Bruce Madsen. To my left is Marty Nadler. To my right is Anthony Thompson. And at the far end to my left is Rick Timmerman. And we're also joined tonight with our town clerk and treasurer, Caroline Hartshorn. I always mess it up, sorry. But thank you for attending. Item number 3, additions and deletions to the agenda. Does anyone have anything to add or want to add to the agenda or take away for tonight? Not too many items, but it might take a little bit. Okay, item number 4, approval of the minutes, the December 8th, 2025 Select Board meeting minutes.
I'll make the motion, we approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor of the approval of December 8th, 2025 Select Board meeting minutes, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, those have passed. Thank you. Item number 5, public comment. Any members of the public here tonight would like to say anything?
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment? Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I would. Hi there. I'm
Hi.
Tammy Riley. I'm with GNAT TV. Also happen to be a Sunderland resident. My mother was a Colvin for the old timers in the room. Yeah. I'm here. I'm visiting all the select boards this year. We did a review of our services that we provide each town and felt that it was a good time to open the discussion about how we work together with you. Our funding mechanism is changing as cable TV changes. Consumers cancel cable, and that brings less money into our revenue because our money is from cable television subscribers. So we're looking at our future at what we offer the communities in terms of public education and government, community programming, and drafting a new business model for our future. Part of that, we're in the beginning stages of that, and part of our review was to go through all the work we do for all the towns, identify what it's costing us, and then come to you to open a discussion for a collaborative discussion about how we move forward. So I sent you guys a letter, I think, let's see here, it was on the 22nd. Hopefully you've had a chance to read it, which outlines the services we provide, include the filming, the distribution, and the archiving of the meetings. We're on cable TV, we're also on social media, we're on YouTube, Facebook, Apple TV, Fire TV, and Roku. So we're trying to be where viewers are. In our fiscal year 2025, we produced, streamed, and distributed 25 Sunderland public meetings at a cost of approximately $3,829, and we produced 7 community events at a cost of around $2,000. So what we've done with each town is to take the increase from what we were receiving and split it in half and cover half from our operating funds, and then come to the towns and ask for half of the increase so that we're both contributing to the services. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is obviously you guys have hybrid meeting in place, which is great. We are working with the Secretary of State, a representative of the Vermont Access Network is working with the Secretary of State on open meeting law and where all that's going. And so I'll have a report from them and I can share with you guys.
Great.
And then the other thing is closed captioning is going to be another expense, I think in 2027, that government entities will have to be providing access. And so that's something that we can help with. We have a vendor that we're working with. And so that's really just a heads up for you guys that that's coming down. That's going to be another expense and an obligation of the government. So I'm here really just to outline where we're at as an organization, remind everyone of what, the services that we provide and answer any questions that you have about the request or about any of the work that we do for the community.
Okay. Does anyone have anything for Gina? Any questions?
No, I was just looking at ours. I think what we've been doing, like $2,000, has it been?
I think so.
Yeah, and the request went up to 2915.
Yes.
I want to make sure that I put that in right.
Yes,
For you guys.
$29.15. The cost of services is $38.29, but we figured we would split the increase for this year. And then as we move forward, we're collaboratively with you to figure out all of the services that you want and need and how we're providing them. But yes, that's the correct number. Thank you.
And then if anyone's looking in their books, it's on
It's on page
the
3.
comparative budget report, page 3, and it's towards the top, one dash.
Third one down.
Yeah, third one down, under public
Oh,
communications.
all right.
Yeah, so it is in that line item.
Okay.
But no, appreciate everything you guys do. Your staff is always on time and they do a great job, and I use them. I use the recording sometimes to go back and see what we say at meetings and for our notes and everything, so it's been great. And some community events I've viewed online, and so it's been great. Been happy with it.
And they're very patient, because there are times we have an executive committee,
Yeah.
meeting, and they'll be out there 20 minutes, a half an hour, waiting for us to come back.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, no, they're very good.
The other thing I want to mention, if there are specific meetings that maybe are beyond select board that you feel that you want recorded, the message I want to leave with you today is that we have an open communication. Just call us and that kind of thing, because we don't always know. We're covering about 250 meetings a year across 11 towns, so it's pretty much an everyday occurrence, but we don't know what we don't know, and so we try to follow all the agendas and all the things that are happening. But please reach out to us if there are things in particular that you need from us.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Definitely.
Great.
That's it?
All right?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Appreciate
for
it.
the time, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, just on a
Yeah.
side note, and I think we're still having problems with our email.
Oh, big time. I am,
Because I haven't received any of the,
so should we add a line item for like email fix? Because it's so bad.
yeah,
We can discuss that when we get to the
okay.
Yeah.
budget part. But
Like I said,
Oh, you didn't see this email?
I'm not getting any of these.
I-
Oh, I've got
Yeah,
this one.
I forwarded the Gmail
Yeah, I got
to
it,
you
yeah.
guys.
I got the one
too.
today.
To select board?
Yeah, I technically, like, I can't do it to personal. like-
Yeah, no, I don't get the select board ones anymore.
Oh,
okay.
There's not a message in that.
It's fine with me. I get enough emails.
I can talk to Laura and see if there's something
Yeah,
going on, because I mean, it is on,
I mean, I got some today, but not all the attachments were there.
did you get the next one after, though, that was sent directly to you
Today, 1 to 3 o'clock.
at 3?
That was from you, the updated worksheets
Well, that was
text.
before.
It was at 2 something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it at 3:01.
That's
Just
it.
took the
Yeah.
long way around.
Yeah.
I got one at 10:54
I like it.
and 3:01.
Yeah. So we can
Yeah, we
we
discussed
can
that.
yeah
Okay.
we
Good luck.
oh thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other public comment?
No,
Oh, this is,
Okay.
this is.
And then, okay, moving on, we'll go, item number 6, Marty, the school building update.
Yes,
My
I-
understanding is.
I
you-
contacted
Okay.
Randy Lowe, the superintendent, and asked her for an update on the procedure to transfer ownership. And she said that she's going to be meeting with the lawyers to start the process. And that, she'll get back to us once the process and the paperwork is done. She expects the sale, if we choose to buy it, to be September or October of 2026. That'll be the time we'll be able to purchase the building. The purchase price will be $1. And we'll be, and as I'm sure you know already, if we just choose to sell the building prior to the 5-year waiting period. We would have to pay for the improvements that the T&G put into it, and that's slightly less than $26,000.
Will we have to pay prior to the sale or
No.
after the sale?
Only after the sale.
Okay.
It's, yeah, it would be part of the sales agreement that we would pay the improvements. And it's minimal, I mean, $26,000 is nothing. I mean, the property says 12 acres of property
That's if you sell it prior to 5 years.
prior to 5 years, right?
And then after 5 years, then
Yeah,
it's,
yeah, but, you know, the downside, you know, if we don't use it, the downside for keeping it is that we need to maintain it. You know, so we need to keep the building heated, you know, we need to, you know, have somebody walk around every so often, you know, to check it, you know, security and so on and so forth. So it may cost us a lot more than $26,000 at the end of 5 years. You know, and that's a decision that we'll have to, you know, look at and investigate and make a decision as to what we want to do.
okay, so she's just starting the process with
Yes.
their lawyers, and are they gonna, I know, like, their meeting minutes they had, the expenses and all that, are they, you know, I don't wanna go hunting through their meeting agendas to find piecemeal of how to, you know, kind of start estimating the costs of maintaining the building. Are they gonna send us anything, like, officially, or, do you know?
We could ask, I mean, I could ask Sue Wilburn, who's the, you know, the fiscal manager, to give us an estimate if we wanted to keep the building heated at 55, you know, does she have some estimate, or at 50, you know, would she have some estimate as, you know, what the oil usage might be, or, you know, whatever the case may be. You know, we'd have to keep the water running, you know, in the building, we'd have to provide some sort of inspection. I mean, there's a security system, you know, and we'd have to make sure that's maintained and, you know, and monitored.
Okay. Yeah, that was one of the reasons I put you before the budget is mostly because the timing, you know, this is now gonna potentially fall into the next year's budget.
Right.
And then kind of leads into, you know, other than the expenses, the initial immediate thing would probably be, if we chose to purchase it, would be the insurance. And that's something that we'd have to
Right.
start looking into is, and
So it's
then,
not a choose, if we choose to purchase it, we are getting it back.
well, yeah, well, for a
Well, we don't
dollar.
have to, they can keep it, we have to buy it
Well,
back for $1.
That would be a terrible idea.
Yeah, yeah.
But-
I mean, it was a terrible
Well,
idea. to
but
join them.
that's the option. The option is let them maintain it, you know, and own it, or buy it back for $1.
Yeah.
That's the deal.
I say it vaguely because we haven't officially have anything to say we're gonna do it or not. That's why,
Yeah.
you know, if we choose kind of thing,
Yeah,
right? But, yeah, so that's just stuff we have to
Yeah.
start thinking about, and then, you know, the financing, I mean, or not the financing, but the expenses. I think the intention was, you know, special projects for at least that first year.
sure.
Because I don't know, I mean, that kind of is the buffer of, gives us that leeway before we have to start asking, you know, residents to
Yeah.
pony up for additional money if we hold on to it, so.
Well, the other question that needs to be asked is, if we purchase it for $1, do we want to keep it and use it for the town, or do you want to sell it?
Are there any restrictions on the property?
It's zoned
Like
residential.
wetland? Is there any wetland restrictions?
I think it's zoned residential.
I've
It's
always
12
heard it's wetlands,
It's
but.
It's pretty wet.
Yeah. Well, the property is 12 acres, and all of it, you know, is theoretically usable by the school district. You know, they could have used the whole thing, I guess. They have
Not
a
if
playground on it?
Not if it's wetlands.
Well-
The lawnmowers sink in the back, the last like 6 acres, it's like swamp, you can't use that, you can't build on it.
But that was an athletic field, right? The
Yeah,
soccer field,
Yeah, it was
so.
some sort of field area. But, you know, all of it, they have a huge septic system, you know, and the building is, you know, can be divided up into professional offices, whatever the case may be. You know, it's worth a lot of money. I think
Well,
it's,
it's
I
not
think it's a
zoned
valuable
for
piece of
that.
property. But, well,
For that, it's zoned residential.
all schools are zoned residential, you know. It would be up to the zoning committee, the zoning board to change the zoning if we wanted to.
Potentially up to you guys, because they come to you, and then you guys decide that. But,
Yeah,
yes,
so at this point, there is, we just wait and see.
We have to wait and see
Okay.
because, you know, they haven't spoken to the attorneys yet as to what the process will be. You know, I think it's gonna be pretty easy and straightforward. It's gonna be, turning the deed back over to us with, with certain restrictions on, maintenance and stuff, if we own it, and then, do we want to pay for the improvements?
If we decide to sell it in 5 years.
Yeah,
After that,
no, before 5 years. After that, we don't have to pay anything. But $26,000 is not a lot of money to have to pay, to sell it, at the end of 1 year, because I don't know what it's gonna cost us to maintain it for 5 years. I mean, I don't know what fuel is going to be to keep it at 50 degrees for 5 years in a building that size. It may be more than $26,000.
Yeah, because I think just rough, look, again,
now
look,
is it maintaining it, or could we winterize it, which is considered maintaining it, and not heat it?
Well, you still have to maintain it. You still have to make sure, somebody walked through it and make sure the pipes haven't burst, whatever the case may be,
Okay. I wasn't sure if there was specific stipulations on what it would be.
No, it would be ours, yeah.
There could be risk winterizing it if they haven't done that in the past, being sure you get all the water out. But technically,
It's maintaining
we
it
could
too.
consider it, yeah.
okay.
So we have to find out what the deal is from them, and they'll let us know what the procedure is.
Well, we should start looking into at least insurance costs and
Yeah.
get an appraisal on it.
I mean, we did just have one on it, technically. Our listers and everybody just got reappraised where the school should have been. So that must be pretty up to date.
If it's accurate.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Any other questions on the school?
Yeah.
All right, so actually, yeah, something we just have to keep in mind as we move forward.
Right.
Town budget review is item number 7 for fiscal year 26-27. So we all have some email, I think, is the latest figures for today, right? Caroline, do you want to lead this, or do you want me to go through things?
Well, the top of the packet is just the statements of how we ended the year of fiscal 25. Again, it's just a breakdown. We ended with a 35,556.70 as our ending balance in our general fund. And then for our ending fund for our highway was 162,549.27. Those balances were worked into the tax rate to lower the rate. So we technically went back down to 0 by doing that. That's how the old treasurers have done it. I have been guided by the auditors that we should not be doing that. So that is something to talk about also, that maybe we should keep a surplus that does not get added into our tax rate, just in case there is a horrible, storm like Irene or something, and we don't get FEMA money off the bat. There are some towns that are still waiting 5 years and aren't recovering. There's different stipulations of taking from your reserve funds during these times too. So, something to think about.
Did they recommend a percentage or?
They said that they'll have a letter for you guys. They're writing up a bunch of different things that we should be doing for us. They won't have that ready yet, but she said really it depends on, we're pretty small. And she doesn't see that it's gonna be like a big deal. She said anywhere between 20 to 50 is pretty common for smaller towns to keep that kind of a surplus each year from their revenue or whatever, or not spent. But it could change because, some years we have 35, some years we had, the year prior, we had 18 left in our highway fund. So it really can vary
Yes,
what's
this is
left.
quite a bit. I mean,
Yeah, I just,
$162,000.
So their recommendation was I mean, we'll get the letter, but for this year, hold off, and then we'll,
Yeah,
Okay.
well, cause it's really not like worked in,
yeah, it's a little late for,
it's a
yeah.
little late.
Okay,
But or we could just start off for our next tax rate for 26, 27, not to add in the money for the money that's already raised,
oh, okay.
if you get what I'm saying. So we approve this budget, we collect that amount of money and use whatever surplus is left to start our surplus. Do you understand what I'm saying?
This would be a lot of money.
It's just their advisement though, it's not like
It's
any
just-
technical
No,
requirement.
they didn't say we were doing
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
wrong, they just said that going back down to zero
It's a lot of, it's a
for
lot of
collecting
money.
taxes is just not good practice.
Yeah.
Was the highway so high because we didn't get the invoice for the paving until this year? So that's, you gotta be careful with
Because
these
it was
numbers.
207, I believe, was the payment for paving, FYI, for the end of their year.
So 165 is really not 165.
No, it would have been about, so if it was, we put 70 into the paving fund, so take 70 off of the 165.
So that's, these numbers are not.
Yeah, but it's still 95,000, it's almost $100,000.
No, and I know in years past, I know when Rose was the clerk and treasurer, she always felt, this is the taxpayers' money, you give it back to them.
Right.
And I do know we had one year with the highway department that we knew we were gonna have an excess because of lack of snow and everything else. And I think we rolled it into equipment reserve,
Okay.
just because, you know, they
Yeah.
built that up very quickly, so. But I think we need to address that at town meeting.
I do think so. I think that it needs to be more clear how we're coming up with our numbers and everything, or where it's
Yeah.
going.
Because I think the way we worded it, if there was excess in the highway fund, then it would be allocated into a special, or the equipment reserve fund, or whatever. So I think we could do the same thing for emergency fund, or whatever you want to call it, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
special projects also is being looked into, also FYI. Just because we were guided by BLCT about how to move the ARPA money so that it was like allocated,
Yep,
doesn't look great, but we're making sure that, so when you said special projects for the school,
Okay.
it's supposed to be covered, like salaries and things like that, so.
the
I think
special project
That's
is?
how we were supposed to allocate it.
Mm. We'll have to go
From
back.
what I
and-
understood from the
Yeah.
auditor at that point, but again,
Yeah.
she's gonna add, she had such a list for me that she was doing.
You were on the board, were
Right.
you? I thought that was VLCC's way of saying, you know.
It was allocated
was.
for, I mean, I wasn't on the board yet, but it was allocated towards the salaries. And then the special projects is something different from that resulted from that, is my understanding.
Yeah, it was kind of like a movement within a movement to
But
get
they're
it
still
out.
saying that it should be applied only for salaries.
Yeah, I don't know, I think they might have to
I don't,
look into it a little bit more.
I don't know, I don't,
Because it
Yeah,
was federal money, it was supposed to go directly to something, and it's sitting in a fund, it's not directly for something.
yeah. Okay. I don't have anything on that part, so that's just something I'll have to look
Maybe-
into. The auditor will have to look
yeah,
into.
maybe the
Yeah,
auditor
they're
ought to,
really responsive too, and she
Yeah.
said for any of you guys to reach out if you have questions too.
Okay.
Like I think she might have emailed you, because I did give her yours.
Yeah,
No, she
not,
has
I haven't gotten any
Oh, you
emails
haven't
from.
gotten it yet.
Yeah,
yeah, we might ask the auditors to contact the VCLT and find out what the logic was, and, you know, and find out if that,
Yeah, I mean,
If
it was
the auditors-
voted, it was voted on, and
Yeah.
everything was advised by them, and I did let her know that.
Mm-hmm.
So she's also going to like check all of our boxes for it, because that's what she's supposed to do.
okay.
and that's what the auditor's supposed to do. They're
Yep.
supposed to look into these kind of
Yep.
things, so that's fine.
Yep.
Okay, where else were we on this one?
But as far as like line items and budgets go, we're not terribly different. The only thing this coming year is that our reserve funds recommended by the old foreman, and the new foreman was to raise them. So for the equipment reserve fund, it went from 70 to 85.
What page are you on?
So we'll be on page right now, page 5,
Of the
and it's
comparative
in the
budget.
middle
Oh,
of the
there's,
page.
okay.
This one, yeah.
Okay, before we jump onto that,
Yeah.
I have a question
Sure.
on some of the funds that we do have, particularly the National Forest Fund for $67,000. Does that ever get used for anything?
I'm still figuring all of this out, what is supposed to, what goes to what.
I mean, is that
The
kind of
national-
like our buffer if we really needed some money real fast? It's just sitting there getting, making a little bit of interest every year.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure, from my understanding is the National Forest Fund is funding that comes from the state for, because our town's population and all of that. Most of it actually goes to the school, we get some of it. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to go for like our highway budget.
I mean, it's almost $70,000 just sitting there doing nothing.
So it goes to the school?
Well, the school gets a payment from the National Forest
Okay.
also. This is just for our town.
Our portion of it.
Yes, it's portioned.
Yeah, and you can kind of look online. It's tough to look, because I've been looking at it. It's tough to go through like the federal program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's based on the acreage that we have. There's a couple towns, I think Dorset gets some, and Mount Tabor and Danby, or Mount Tabor gets a substantial amount because of their forest, and then there's a formula that gets how they divvy it out and stuff like that, so. But yeah, I think ours, it's allocated to the highway budget,
Yes.
right?
I have another question on the special projects. So, from your understanding, was their explanation that that should have been used to fund payroll, and then we would end up with a surplus of that equal amount, and then we would have to figure out what to do with that every year?
No.
I don't,
There was two things it was for back then. It was the payroll and something else for the highway.
but it was.
It was put into
yeah.
the highway budget, knowing that it would be in excess at the end of the year.
Right.
Roll into.
And then was voted as the surplus to be moved into its own fund.
Right,
Yep,
yeah.
per VLCT.
Yeah, well, I mean, theoretically, it's legal if you put it into the salary fund, and then the salary fund has a surplus at the end of the year. You can choose to do whatever you want with that surplus.
Right.
And the same thing with, if you put it in the highway department, if there's a surplus at the end, you can take the surplus and either apply it to the tax rate, or you can create a fund for it, which is what they did. So I think the transfers were done properly.
Right, she just wants to make sure that we checked all of our boxes on our end to make sure that with the transfers, it's okay.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't plan to do anything with it
Right.
until we get the okay from our auditors.
Well, nobody's gonna take the money back. We just may have to reallocate it some way. The feds are not gonna ask for the money back.
Nobody say anything about the feds.
Well, that's true. That's true. But that fiscal year is over.
All right, there's still a lot to
So,
process with that one, so. Yeah, Bruce, go ahead.
so we went from 60,000 a few years ago on the paving to, actually on both of them, to 70,000. And then now we wanna go to 85. That's a pretty good jump. I wouldn't say that we'd go that high, but then, the guardrails we had out, and they wanna put 1,500 back in road projects. We took that out too. So I could see putting some of them in and adding some to it, but I don't think that much is, I know in the past, we haven't gotten maybe more estimates, we'd get a cheaper paving price.
Last year's tax rate, if you added 100 grand to our budget, it ended up being about 3 or 4 cents. I think I sent it to you, right?
You did.
Added
On 100,000.
on 100.
Are we talking about paving now? or-
I was gonna, I was waiting for a little window to jump in. Let's, can we focus on, let's focus on the general, let's just go in order, and let's
Okay.
focus on the general fund first.
Yep.
And then we'll work our way through the general fund, and then we can go into highway once any updates with that one. So, yeah, with the general, I mean, starting with basically the payroll, I don't know, what is the board, does the board want to discuss any increases individually or just in general of each line item? Or anything like that
So
before we move on?
this is the payroll for the office.
Yes, for the town general fund. So that's, 0% change. I mean, there's something, there's things that we're not gonna be able to change or anything like that. You have increase with retirement, you have, an increase for health insurance, increase of dental, and level funding for the childcare tax. And then what I had for payroll and benefits would be just for that category was a 2.6% increase for
So
that
in the
one.
general fund in total, it went up about $18,000.
Yeah,
So, well, let's keep in the order here. Can I just ask why retirement doubled?
Well, we're also looking in joining the municipal retirement, which will cost us money to join. So we are not quite prepared to pay for that, to join that.
So will it cost the individuals or the town?
It will cost the town and the individuals money to
Okay.
join it.
So that's the reason for the,
Yes, and it's
Okay.
not that anyone's getting a raise.
no, it just doubled, that's all.
But, right, but I also feel that we should be prepared to, if we have been seriously talking about joining Beamers, right?
we've
That
started
was-
the discussions, we haven't,
Been a big discussion, we have younger people working here that you wanna retain. So it's
Yep.
just,
All right, no,
just
I'm
questions.
just looking at the big differences, that's all right now.
Yeah, so, I mean, we can just, I mean, that's how I kind of feel like this should go is just, I mean, we can go quickly through it. And then any things that stick out, I don't know if everyone's good with that one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's
fine.
fine.
Okay.
That's fine. So on that note, I'm looking at, on office expenses for software maintenance, that's going up 33%.
do you get emails?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Rick, do you get yours?
All the time.
Okay.
But, so it's a 33% increase?
Do we have antivirus on the computers right now?
I don't
No.
know, I'm asking.
Yeah, no, there's so much that needs to happen, and we did not get it done.
Okay,
So, yes.
Well, in the 1 year we spent almost 13.5.
Yeah,
With a budget of 7,500, so.
yeah. And this is, I mean, it's just questions, it's not
Yeah, no,
anything.
it's,
It's something that we should be
Let's-
doing each year is going through each line and
Right.
seeing, some things we can change, some things we can't, because it's a cost of doing business, it's nothing, yeah, and then so, for office expenses, like you said, it's, maybe like a 10%. Moving down, electricity is a little expensive, nothing we can do for that one,
Except for solar.
except for solar, yeah.
Anthony, shut your mouth.
So for office maintenance, we kind of had some informal discussions, right now it's at 1,200, and on here it's going, requesting go up to 4. And I think that was, the logic was, we have a building that does need repairs.
We're 11 years in.
Yeah.
We have a leaking roof. We have things that need to be repaired. Last year, we spent almost $4,400.
Yeah.
And that was bare minimum.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in here doing stuff myself to save the town money.
Yeah, and then
So-
like the mini splits need to be raised off the ground, rodent issues.
Yes.
There's justification, that's all we're, justification for kind of
Oh,
those
yeah.
expenses.
Was the heat, the new furnace, was that last year?
The new furnace was put in like 18 months ago.
Yeah, so
This building? Already?
10 years?
Mine was 35 years ago.
Technology, yeah.
It
And,
is very.
and if you guys want me to stop as we go, we can discuss things, or if, anyone has any issues, just let us know, because we'll try to get through this part. Technology up to 2. Office building alarm is at 3. And is that just because of the monthly expenses?
We spent 300 or 3,000 the year prior.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually pretty sure the year prior before that, we spent more.
Okay.
Because Stu was calling, because it kept like, there was lots of
Yeah.
errors, so every time he called them, we would get a bill.
Okay. Everything else was, and then under dues, moving down the line for dues and insurance, you
Hold on a
have,
second. Doesn't the building debt go down every year?
Oh,
that's in there.
I might not have
Oh, it's the
updated.
same
No, I
number.
think I left it.
Oh, the one I saw it was lower, okay.
Yeah, I think I left that. No, you're right. That was my error.
Is that at the old town required? I remember seeing it somewhere.
I had it,
It is, it is actually in,
All right.
there it is, yes.
slightly less, I think, right?
Yeah, by probably like
So-
$800.
Where are you? What line are you on?
Significant.
And also, budget is just an idea
Mm-hmm.
of where it's going to be, hopefully where we land.
Yeah.
So this is saying in 2026. Oh wait, you have to add these together? Yeah, you gotta add these up together. 19,974.
One.
And 2750. So it should be 22,724.
So $600 less.
Yeah,
Okay.
because there's 2 payments, it looks like.
And that was the office building debt service?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, sorry about that.
No, that's,
No,
that's
no,
the
no.
whole point of this, right?
It's only $600, but
Yeah.
it's in our favor.
Moving down, I had
It
a,
really is.
for dues, it was 26, 25, then it's going up to 5. Our actual though, for the last year was 52, 66, so it seems in line with probably reality of what the dues are.
Yeah.
And do you know if are those dues, that's not the BCRC, that's below it.
BLCT.
It's
Is that
VLCT.
VLCT? Okay. And then I had for, insurance is going up 1,000 to 15,000 from 14.
So Bennington County Court, have they given us a number, or are we just assuming it's the same?
I'm assuming it's going to go up. Everything else is going up. They have not given us a number.
All right, because it's the same as, well, this year's budget at least. No, let's keep it where it is.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't over, so I'm
Wildly
just
off.
assuming.
You.
Okay,
It only went up $71 from the budget from the year prior, so.
all right.
The law enforcement number, is that the number we agreed upon? The 40,530?
That was from their letter with their 5%
Yeah,
increase.
that's what I wonder if that reflects what they were asking for.
That's keeping it at 9.28 hours
Yes.
a week, which I think is a little low, but
Was that last year's at 38?
Last year's was at 38,605.
Their letter this year said 5%.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yep.
that's 5%.
But we didn't go over budget on them, so.
Yeah, they're always pretty under, I think,
Yeah.
right?
Unless
I don't
they
know.
have a major incident that in the.
Yeah.
that you
Yeah,
need
but
like-
then they'll just-
Like three deputies that, you know, for 24 hours or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, any discussion on that, law enforcement, or are we okay with their increase? I mean, it kind of goes into a lot of the things, like, there's not much you can really change. I mean, I don't want to keep going too much higher, but,
I left fire protection.
That's what- yeah.
The same.
Okay.
It was an increase last year, which was a big discussion with all of us. I have not heard from them. I know they have a meeting tonight.
okay.
Did Brian give you any insight?
He did not. He did not.
But
But I think he was.
that's driven by the town, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he doesn't, he
yeah.
just,
Yeah.
he asked and then they say, we will do this.
Right.
So, no, I did not get any insight from Brian. And the ambulance, I have not received their letter yet either, but they have not changed anything. So I'm assuming that's what I put in there for now. If something does come in, or if anything's big, drastic, it goes to the voters anyways, but we can always have a special meeting for you guys to
Okay.
approve or have a discussion
Okay.
for those.
What's our deadline for having it published for the town
Is it-
report?
Is it,
The-
what was it, 70 some odd days?
Yes, we had the dates written down in the office.
Yeah.
It's before your next official meeting,
So
before the 12th, it has to be out.
is it before the 12th?
It has to be warned.
I thought, I wasn't
Right.
sure if the 12th
Has
was
to be.
the start of the when you can warn it. It was the 12th to like the 22nd or something was the warning window. I could be
But I
wrong.
think it has to be approved before then.
Okay.
The budget has to be approved before that?
I think for you guys. for
Yeah,
us
we
be
have to
able
warn the
it.
budget. We have to warn the final budget.
I will put that together tomorrow with dates
Okay.
and email it to you, or, I don't know, post it online or something so you guys can all see it. I do have the dates written down in the office. I
Okay.
did not bring them with me. I'm sorry. I
Because
should have.
I've looked at some previous minutes and they were still working on the budget well into January, at the end of January.
Yeah,
so-
I mean, I don't know if there's,
I think it's warnings for like the appropriations and discussions of the budget. Like there's certain meetings that have to happen that are like formal information meetings that you guys have to do
yeah.
before town meeting.
And that was in February. I think we discussed it and that was February meeting. The first
Yes.
February meeting would be the public informational meeting and then into the select board meeting, right? And then, yeah, I mean, they have a calendar on VLCT, but
Okay.
it, you know, it doesn't really specifically say like budget needs to be, I don't think it, I think it goes into the warning
It
portion.
goes into warning
Yeah.
portions for
Yeah.
voting. So, I mean, we're voting on the budget, so
Yeah,
that goes with it.
This was the 21st of January last year, so,
yeah,
but it was all the articles and all. Okay.
okay. Okay, so, yeah, so the law enforcement is 4530.
Like somehow the number 40 days sticks in my head.
Okay, on the next page, page 3, so legal is jumping up from 7 to 9.
The reason for that would be, David zoning has quite a bit going on.
Yep.
We've already spent quite a bit last year and this year. Last year not so much, but this year we have. We also have quite a few properties that have gone years without, a tax sale. So we should be preparing for those to happen, hopefully. So I just foresee a lot of legal stuff happening.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions on the legal? Okay. And that's one of those things, I think, having a little bigger buffer, even if we don't use it, it's fine, but it's nice to have,
But
'cause it
even
can
like
escalate
Marty
quick.
calling,
Yeah.
it's like, you know, they
Yep.
charge $3.50 an hour.
Yeah.
And
Emails they charge too.
emails,
Yep.
and we have one girl that charges $2.10, so let's call her.
Yeah, yeah, right? Okay. Public communications, that was the GNAT, right?
Yes.
And that's gone up, 2915.
915.
Yeah, 915, yeah. And then I
Well,
had,
it should say
yeah,
another cost like in 2027 for,
Potentially, for the closed captioning, whatever
I love closed captioning, so I'm all.
the closed caption, but whatever the increase of
Yeah.
the fee would be for that,
I assume it would be well above what we're.
probably.
Well, she said
budgeting.
it's, what was it, 39 is their actual cost? So they're splitting
Yeah,
the
39 or
difference with
38,
us
yeah.
Yeah.
This year.
this year.
I don't know if they'll do that next year.
Todd, did we have some other accounts that we wanted to add for, like, you know, we've always run into, oh, we'll just grab some money on a special project, so I
Yeah,
can't
that's not
remember.
gonna work
Like
anymore.
line
Yeah.
items you guys wanted to add?
Yeah, different line items.
I think we talked about, I know, what was it?
I mean, I know one of them was like matching grants.
There was when I was thinking, we should probably add from a training I went to, the start of, even if we don't fund it with a start of like a capital improvement thing, but I don't know if that would be a reserve fund. And then, an emergency management, even just putting $100 in for that one to start, any kind of trainings or anything like that.
Well, we do have trainings and workshops.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like a general.
Yeah.
Which covers like you guys for like anything that you choose to
Yeah.
do,
Yeah.
anything that like Becca or myself, or even like the other boards when, now that VLCT, all the trainings are kind of included in our dues. But it used to be like $10. for
Yeah.
All these webinars and each time. But yeah, we do have training and workshops.
Yeah, I haven't had time to work into it. Long-term emergency manager, I'd like to improve and get more people involved, and then you'd have like an emergency management committee for the town, and then the cost of that, but I'm not prepared to kind of really do anything with that for this budget. I've been sidetracked with this, but, yeah, those are the kind of things I think we've chatted about, but I don't know if any other ones off the
I
top of my
can't remember
head.
any specifics, but it was like,
Must not have been important.
Yeah, well, if we have a surplus in the general fund, I mean, even if we put $100 or $500 in, just to have a, you know, a placeholder, you know, so that there's a line item for that item in the budget. You know, it's a good way to
I
just
mean, you have
leave it.
miscellaneous in here. I
We
mean,
We
do
do?
have,
Yeah.
we do have some
Oh,
that
yeah, there's a
are not
miscellaneous.
being quite used or utilized. So,
Bunch,
I
right?
mean,
Yeah.
we can always, or if you guys have suggestions or want something to be labeled differently, like, let me know. And
Yeah,
especially with the auditors, they're fantastic. They know the NEMRIC system really well. So they navigate it through like so much better.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, my line items, I'm not ready to officially add those in, but maybe next year. I did have,
well, would it make sense on miscellaneous to rate, instead of, I mean, $100 doesn't,
that's nothing,
I
yeah.
mean, put it like $500 in miscellaneous just to, I mean, I don't,
And that could be moved, and once you decide to do your emergency management, we can move it
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, probably not gonna happen this,
Okay,
that's my, I mean,
that's
I'll
fine.
being honest with being pulled to different directions, most likely it's not gonna happen, so I'm okay with leaving 500 off for now, so.
Okay.
I'd like to, yeah, hash it out a little bit more, I don't wanna get ahead of myself.
June, definitely keep that as an idea, or like write it down.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that when we come down to what might be left over.
Okay. I did have a question for the audit line, because I remember last year we created that, reserve fund, right? And then the intention was, the initial was the special projects, just to get it moving, and then we were gonna fund it out of the budget. I think is it 22,000, I think we're paying?
So that was our first one.
Okay,
There's lesser fees to maintain audit in an audit relationship, which is like yearly.
okay,
And then like after like 3 years, they'll do another audit.
Okay.
But not, like this is a big audit.
this is the main one, and then there's a
Right.
like a maintaining fee
And
to
then they'll
help,
maintain.
okay,
She was, she's also gonna put that in the report.
okay,
We agreed last year on 6,000.
okay.
I just went with,
that was just to fund the
Agreeable?
first.
The fund the first,
The
and then,
first one,
because we didn't
yeah.
even know really what it was gonna cost last year, until.
Didn't we get
what-
pricing for the next 2 or 3 audits though?
Not with, the one we picked, we didn't, the one we picked, was the fix, I think they only gave us the one
they only
fee.
gave us one fixed.
Right.
Yeah, the other one gave us like the cheaper, and then it got higher, the progressive
Right.
3 years, so, I mean, so I guess we can just keep it at 6.
Well,
And then
would
I
it
don't know
make
what
sense
it's-
to find out what the maintenance is gonna be for,
Yeah, I can ask them what the maintenance is gonna be,
I
yeah.
mean,
'Cause-
A, to make sure 6 covers it, or B, if it's only gonna be a couple $1,000s.
Yeah.
But we also wanna make it so it,
In 3 years, we hit that.
in 3 years, we don't have to
We don't
ask.
have to bang.
any
bang
more-
for 22,000.
That's what I'm saying, like, if it's
Yeah.
22,000 in 3 years, then you know, cut it up to the 3 years, then plus the maintenance fees.
All right, well, you're not covering your maintenance then.
No, we're not,
Right.
or the audit.
No.
Oh, yeah, one of
Yeah.
them. So we need to go
Do
up.
you guys have suggestions of what you would like it to be, or do you guys want me to reach out and then let you guys know?
Let's find out what
Okay.
the
Okay.
maintenance is gonna be, and
Right.
then we can make a decision.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be $2,000, then,
Does
you know.
anybody remember what the cost of the current audit is?
I mean, I can-
Is it like 20?
I think it's
22,000.
22,
So shouldn't it at least meet that in 3 years, and then
yeah.
No, it should be
maintenance
lower
we
in
could
3
add to
years.
that?
Well, because this was a major audit, when you maintain, the third year shouldn't be the 22,000.
Right.
Okay,
Because they're checking in and doing things with you, like they keep a relationship.
they won't have surprises, hopefully.
Right,
Yeah.
they
Okay.
won't have to dig so deep, because right now
Yeah.
they're digging.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, there's gotta be at least 6 years' worth of stuff to go back with.
Well, they're doing a thorough for the last year prior, and anything that's questionable, they go further back.
Okay.
So far, nothing crazy.
So I mean, then, yeah, so in 6 grand, what, 6 times 3 is 18. So in 3
If we did
years,
8, it'd be 24.
so I mean, realistically, I would say 8, right? I mean,
Let's see what they
You wanna
come back
wait?
with. And then
Okay.
we don't need to make that decision tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know if they can project 3 years out what the third year would be. You know, I don't know,
Well, if we add 5% each year.
well, 5%, we don't know what the real base would be, because 22 is more than what the 3-year audit would be, because this is a big audit,
Yeah.
right? So, I mean, 3 years, the 3-year audit may be 15,000, or, you know, or 18,000, or, we don't know what that number is.
That's what we're gonna ask them.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, we should ask them if they have some sense of what the 3-year will be,
Yeah.
as well as the maintenance.
All right, so we'll leave that as is, and then we'll circle back with that. I don't want to use circle back. We'll revisit that. There we go.
Right.
Okay. So miscellaneous, I had nothing in that next category. That's the appropriations, right? So
Yeah,
that's,
nothing has came that's
Okay.
different. GNAT, but that's a separate line. We don't pay them out of our appropriation line item.
okay. Yeah, so at the end, I mean, I didn't change anything with the addition, so it was, for the general fund, it was roughly a 4% increase, which seems kind of in line with municipalities and what's kind of acceptable. I'm just asking questions because, you know, if people, you know, I like to be able to defend why we do stuff like this, so. Any questions on that?
No, and I think one of the things you gotta remember is that the current budget that we're in right now is a pretty conservative, flat, you know,
Yes, it is.
so you gotta pay the reaper eventually. so-
Yeah.
I mean, it's going up $18,000. That's not really a lot of money.
Do some.
Yeah, it just depends on the perspective, right? I mean,
Well,
depends, it
I mean,
depends.
$18,000 over $400,000. I mean, it's not,
No, I mean, in the big picture, it's not, I mean.
yeah.
But I think there's obviously a difference though too, if you're looking at it from a taxpayer of 18,000 of stuff that we can't really control because it's just the cost of doing business.
Right.
Or if it's 18,000 of kind of, you know, other projects and stuff like,
Completely
yeah, stuff that isn't essential. So I mean, that's how I'm kind of viewing it is,
Yeah.
you know, everything, most of everything in here, I think is, for the general fund is, there's not too much to do because we still have to maintain and run the
Right.
town and
Kind of non-negotiable.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
really no fat in this budget.
not for, yeah.
No.
So,
I have a question.
yeah.
So like the recycling, the solid waste and the hazardous waste, it just keeps going up and up and there's no control of trying to slow that down anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also subject to like what people bring, so they're trying to estimate that
Yeah.
cost, but then when people show up and they have to dispose of certain things that they couldn't exactly have foreseen, they could spike, so yeah, it goes up and they distribute proportionally to the towns.
Question for you, Anthony, since Bruce brought up because you're on the solid waste, right? I don't know when the next meetings are, but I'm assuming they're coming up with their annual kind of town plans or at some point, right, I think? There is there's a section in there, and I don't know with how things are kind of getting economy-wise, if that's revisiting, whether kind of planned increases, just for planned increases to kind of promote recycling and stuff, might be wanna, I don't know, a little
Remote
push
recycling, I mean, it
push
can't
back
be
on. There's a
put
couple
any
sections
further.
in there that are a little iffy of,
Yeah, I mean,
fees, but,
The
that's off
realized
subject,
costs
but
were
I'm
more
just
to do
kinda-
with the hazardous waste disposals.
Yeah.
That's the real kicker with their budget. Promotions, it's more just, actually, I think she's retiring now, but, she was just going to farmers markets and stuff, so the cost to promote was.
Oh, yeah, they come here and give us
Yeah.
stuff to put on the website.
Yeah,
But
so, but their
especially
real
when they
costs
used
are
to do the
distribution.
drives, But
yeah.
now they don't have to with the building being open.
Right.
Yeah, just something I was thinking of when I was reading through their reports is, I don't know, some of the costs are actual, some, I don't know if are actual costs, but,
Hey, in that same section, we actually have a line item for grant expense.
which, where is it?
Where the hazardous waste and all
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Oh, there it is, yeah.
Has there ever been anything in it?
I don't know, but, I mean, there is, well, no, those should be paid off before, because the MERP grant
That's
does
its own
have,
fund. Most of the time with grants and stuff, it's,
Is this for the matching money?
I don't know what that one's,
Would be
that
for
line item is actually
matching
for.
the grant money?
I don't know what was used in the past. I mean, I could dig and see.
Well, we haven't used it for 3 years.
the one thing I'm just thinking of is, I think it's either the municipal planning grant or the MERP grant. I don't know, I'm getting them mixed up, is, one of them does have a portion that we have to contribute out of our budget for the grant. I don't remember which one it is off the top of my head.
No, it's-
It was the planning grant, wasn't it?
Was it the planning grant? And that one, again, was kind of the special projects, because we had to get that grant going, but,
Are you, Rick, are you suggesting that
I'm
it
just-
should, that it should be planned to put something in there for an expense that we might not foresee coming?
I'm just
Maybe.
curious why we have it there and it's never been funded. I'm kind of going back to some older years here. These are minutes. Don't we list the annual reports on the webpage someplace?
I have nothing to do with.
on the homepage, it's usually in the thing on the right, a pop-up, like
It's
a,
usually the only one that's the newest one.
Yeah.
It's not all of them.
oh, he wants it all, oh, okay.
Yeah, I was looking for the older ones.
So when we go through our technology expense, we'll get a better website that has all of them.
Yeah, I've never,
Oh,
I've
actually,
never
I
seen
don't
them
know
all.
if I digitally have any of them since Sue's computer crashed.
I don't know if I've ever seen them on the website though, other than the current year.
Yeah.
Well, is this line where the matching money would have to come from? Like, so some grants are matching grants? Is this, would that be this grant expense line? Or is it the expense for
A grant
paying
writer.
somebody to
Oh.
write a grant?
That might be,
So sometimes
That kinda
I
sounds
have
like it.
found that we use our revenue accounts or our reserve funds, especially if we know like when the bike path was going in. We had a reserve fund that got voted on, the money went in there, and then we had an expense account that went with that.
Yep,
We added line items in
Yeah.
that fund
yeah.
instead of the highway fund.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm going to assume that this one is also there for a highway grant that might happen, and we don't have a fund for it.
Yeah, I think
But
it
again,
may
it's just another line item.
be to pay a grant writer. I think that's
So-
as likely. it
Could have
is.
been back when they built this building, right?
It's
Yeah.
not, well, no, it's after 22 and 23, it's in neither one of their,
Oh,
So it's nothing in there, no?
no,
okay.
see if it's in 24.
There's always those hidden fees in these grants, right?
Well, that's what I was
Yeah.
saying is I think one of the grants, there was maybe a $2,300, some kind of portion, I'd have to go through the grant again for, I think it, like you said, the planning grant might have been, they paid like 70% of it or 80%, and then we
Yeah.
had a portion of it that was like $2,300, something like that.
But that came out of special projects.
That's what the plan is, yeah. Okay.
Now, the first time it was put in a report was in 25.
I can delete it if you would like, so that's not in the report.
Which line? And,
Right above the hazardous waste or landfill recycling,
yeah,
below the firewood.
Maybe it should stay there.
Yeah, I think we should, don't delete it.
I
Yeah.
mean, we have a couple examples of grants in different sections, so.
Yeah, I would just keep it and then,
Okay.
unless we're paying the cost of ink, you know, I don't know.
Because there's also one in the highway fund also.
Okay.
Grants, yeah.
So for general fund, I mean, what the expectation, I guess, tonight was that we would accept this to go into the warning, correct? That's kind of like
Well,
where
we
we're
don't
at,
have, we don't
but,
have to accept it tonight.
Okay.
More or less, I guess this was more like a working session for
Okay.
it, because I still need to, one, change the building,
yeah,
which is minimal. But the maintenance fees for the audit, I think is really
Okay.
important,
Yeah.
because, I mean, that could vary thousands.
Yeah.
So, maybe if I can get that, I can put it back together for you guys, for that.
Fire and the rescue squad too.
And the fire, check in with the fire and the rescue squad, make sure that they're good
Okay.
with their numbers. But I wouldn't say you have to approve
well,
it.
that's what I was kind of getting, I was gonna lead into the questioning of if everyone was okay with holding off and tabling that portion of it, and we can keep moving now to the highway fund, if anyone had, because we'll have to revisit this with the
No,
updated
yeah,
numbers.
revisit it, but I
Yeah.
think even we could be delayed with fire and ambulance, you know, we're waiting on Arlington for information, so I think the date that's coming up is the warning for the articles, you know, and
Yeah.
so that's, we have to do that, but we can work on this until the end of
Yeah.
January.
Well, the articles technically, that means the fire and the ambulance have to get them to me anyways,
Yeah,
so that you guys can say that they're approved to be warned.
So, no, I think, you know, this was a good start to go through, and
Yeah.
we had a couple of things to address
okay.
or look into.
And
So,
then,
let's move into.
okay. Is this, okay, where are we now? All right, so we're gonna go into, highway fund. I don't know if you wanna keep the same format. So yeah, payroll, a slight increase, payroll. Same thing, a slight increase in, retirement. I'm on page 3, if anyone's,
If you guys are looking at the retirement and the actual,
Mhm.
we have 3 full-time employees that I don't foresee leaving.
yeah,
Fingers crossed.
yeah,
So yeah, that's
okay.
why there's a difference of the actual in the budget.
Yeah. Slight for FICA, I mean, these are things we can't control. A slight increase for dental insurance. So that's, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, payroll and benefits was just, it was less than a 1% increase for that one, which is pretty decent for this year. For utilities, building, electricity was up $200. Telephone, computer, from 18,000, or 1,800 to 2,000. For the garage and maintenance and expenses, it went from 4,500 to 5,500.
They spent 74.
That's true, yeah, so,
but again, there was a surplus at the end, so, I mean, it wasn't like the highway was over.
Yep.
Just that line item.
Okay.
Definitely was not prepared.
Moving on down to the contract professional services, the only increased thing was just a $500 increase to the uniform line. And, you know, we have new employees and
Yeah.
all that, so, that would, yeah, $500 increase.
So we skipped over paving.
That one on here in the books at zero,
It's
but,
zero.
but that's, but that's not the actual paving line, that's just the contract and professional services.
That's just a fee one.
Yeah.
That is not the
Yeah, that's
actual
not the-
paving.
that's not-
We'll get to that one.
I'm
That's
sorry,
not the-
I should
that's
have
not the
really just
paving.
deleted that for you guys.
We're running out of time, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah, paving will come up on, page 5, we're almost there.
Yeah.
We're almost there. Let's see, under tools, supplies, materials, the only increase I saw was for road signs, $200 increase for road signs.
If anyone has seen the McKee sign,
Yeah,
struggling
in the
out there.
bucket.
One of the things I think we should probably look into is on the flashing signs for the bridge. Getting new batteries for them, because I'm sure that they just don't stay flashing very long. I'm sure the batteries are probably shot on them, so.
Do you know, are those batteries? Yeah, they're solar
They're
batteries, right?
solar, those are solar.
Is that the same company?
I doubt
Cause he had
that,
the
but-
same kind of signs at the booth or whatever, the
Yeah.
same like with the dots,
Oh, there's many.
probably, yeah,
Well, with that $200 extra,
yeah.
we can get a battery.
Well, nobody steals any signs.
Do you, I don't know who wants to ask I mean, could the highway guys look into, before our next time we revisit the budget, kind of look into that sign and kind of come up with a number? I don't know.
I can ask them.
You can ask them?
Guys involved when we want this.
Okay. Let's see, and then, yeah, so then we can move down to the equipment maintenance, and obviously that one is
It's a doozy.
it's a doozy, that one.
It stayed, Mark's suggestion wasn't to up it.
Okay.
But again, if you guys see, we spent, actual was 61, we were budgeted for 55.
Oh, is that a 6? I couldn't tell with the
I'm pretty
print.
sure that's a 6.
Okay. That's better than 81, I was looking at it, I was like, oh, that's 81, okay.
No. But we're
Okay.
also down a truck for
Yeah.
most of the year, so.
Personally, $55,000 doesn't go very far in the equipment that we own.
Yep.
No, it does
I
not.
think that's a foolish number. I know it's gonna be, people are gonna scream to see it get jumped up, but
What would
it's not
you,
realistic.
what are you, I mean, we did 61 last year, so with the truck down. I could not make an estimate for this, cause I pay the bills,
thought
but
it
I
said
really just
81.
don't know.
Honestly, I mean, one truck could cost you $55,000 with emissions, stuff that goes wrong with it. So, believe me, I fix these stupid things.
So
I
if we
would-
were at 61, do you say 65 to play it
I
still
would,
safe but not comparative?
I know I'll probably get a lot of feedback. I would jump at the 75, because
Yeah,
even though you get newer equipment, it costs more to maintain it.
if you can even get parts.
Bruce, what are your thoughts?
How much did the tax go up for 100,000?
It was what was it? I sent
4
it to you, it was
cents.
6.6 cents.
6 cents?
0.6 cents?
So yes, because it's on 1,000, so it's 0.6 cents, right?
0.6 cents per thousand?
Yes.
Okay, so 100,000 would be 60 cents, right?
Yes.
58.
Okay.
I just think that's something that you should have it. God, if you don't need it, that's great. But it should be there if you need it.
We only have one truck that's under warranty. We have one that likes to shop almost weekly.
Which is where that 61 comes in. I feel like that was, truck 2 is the CV,
The truck 2 is the CV?
$19,000 last year. And that's if I coded it completely, everything for truck 2.
Is,
It doesn't even work.
which one's truck 1? Is it the older dump truck?
So truck 1 now will be the new one.
Okay. And truck 3 is the old one. Okay.
So if we raised it from 55 to 75, it would be 12 cents on the tax rate. Is that right? $20,000 would be about 12 cents. Now, there's a surplus. We're going to end with a surplus in the highway department?
I don't know, we have 6
Well,
months to go.
tough to say that right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, right?
Well, did we have a surplus last year?
You did, but
We did, yeah.
it was,
But the year prior, we had 18,000.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, it could go,
but I mean, you're looking at everything, you're looking at $81,000 is spent.
oh, and also that surplus, I'm pretty sure that 95 for the truck,
I was gonna ask that.
I think went into that surplus, so.
Yeah, it's really not.
So there wasn't really a surplus.
There wasn't,
No,
if you
wasn't.
take paving and the truck out, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I thought that was supposed to go into the truck reserve for the,
I can't recall right off of the top.
I think it was supposed to go in the truck reserve, I think.
So we talked about the insurance?
Yeah.
the 90.
Yeah, that should have gone into the equipment reserve.
Yep.
So I actually think that it, now that I'm looking at it.
Pardon me, I gotta go.
Okay, thank you,
Bye.
appreciate it.
Sorry for not staying.
It's all right.
Things I gotta do.
Yep.
Something more exciting than this?
In Sunderland?
He didn't claim that.
On a Monday night?
There's the kind of things that have to be done before I crash tomorrow. My apologies.
It's all right, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out where that money went?
I think that it did go into the equipment reserve fund, now that I'm looking at that,
Got like 100 and,
55 in it from last year, so.
so,
I can get that report and make sure that that's part, so that you guys have a better idea.
Well, getting back to this,
yeah,
But I don't disagree with you on that.
55s.
yeah, well, the CV could cost us that.
We're working on, hopefully, get that, like, right? Getting
Excuse
rid
me?
of the CD,
Yeah,
Getting rid of it?
yeah.
we kind of be a good idea, I think. Save the taxpayers some money.
I mean, I think we don't really, the maintenance really isn't, it's another one of those fees that you can't really avoid, right, you know?
If you
Just
get
hard
rid
to
of the
predict.
I mean,
truck-
last winter, we had a point where we might not have even had a truck at all
Yeah.
last winter because of the maintenance issues, you know, with the 2 trucks that were down, and there's a portion of time where I was like, contractors might have to be called in to do
They
stuff,
were.
right?
Yeah, they were.
So I mean,
I mean, just between the grader, the excavator, the mower,
Yeah,
and your 3 trucks, I mean, you could blow through 75 very quickly. I can do that on one truck when I buy.
Oh,
so what do we wanna do? Do you
well, I
wanna,
don't disagree with Rick, but,
Yeah.
so, a lot of money going up, so.
I mean, so it was at 55, they spent 61, I think that's a 61 last year. I mean, do we wanna just budget-wise try 65? See how we go?
61, I see 81.
Is that cause
81.
the printed on here
No,
is
I
kinda,
think that's a 6, guys. Well, let's add it up,
I was gonna
really.
say, yeah.
cause I mean, the printed version of this one, it's all combined, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it looks like 8, but it may be 6.
I think it's 61.
No, I think it's 81.
I'm pretty sure it's 81.
Yeah, now that I'm adding it up.
Jeez, okay.
Okay, so
It's 81.
75
Yeah.
looks pretty good. And also maybe, put in for a new printer.
Is it at all helpful to look at an average of the last few years, or,
Yeah,
like, I don't know, I'm just looking at 1 year, I don't really know the history.
Well, when the trucks go out of
Yeah.
warranty, the expense goes way high.
Yeah.
Realistically, the new bucket probably should have come out of this too.
realistically, yeah.
Alright,
26,000, wasn't that
It's
what?
almost about 27 probably, yeah.
And then you add the couplings, and I think it was more than that, wasn't it?
so, I mean, I think you can justify it, I mean, it cost us $81,000 last year to maintain the equipment, we're only asking for 75. It's, everything's a year older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have a number?
Do we want to just put in for now? And we can revisit, but put in for now 75 for maintenance? Does that sound good for everyone?
Yeah.
You said the new truck has a 1-year warranty?
It's
Should
1
that
year
even
into the
factor it?
warranty.
We're 1 year into the
Sorry.
warranty.
So, should we even factor that in, or, I mean, that one's already low, I guess.
We shouldn't be 1 year. It was, I think it was to the time,
Should have been a delayed startup on the
it was a
warranty.
Yeah,
delayed
on
start.
delivery.
Because we asked about that right from the start. It
The
should be.
chassis was built.
And it sat here for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we
Sat
had
here for almost a year.
That was asked before it was
We
picked
paid
up.
up, so that's when the warranty should start.
Well, you
What
could
was
do
it, when
the-
was that?
Yeah.
When did we pick it up? September, October,
Yeah.
somewhere in there?
Last fall.
This fall?
Yeah, this past fall.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
finished,
that's-
with
that was
the, with the
finished.
body,
Yeah, with
not
the
just
body.
the chassis.
Yeah, everything, yeah.
But the chassis was delivered,
A while ago, yeah.
No,
So I believe Viking's warranty on the body is separate than the chassis.
Oh, is it?
yeah,
Yes.
it is.
That makes sense.
Okay,
So we are a year in.
good.
I thought that it was supposedly, didn't count until we were actually using the truck, because we asked before they
Yeah.
picked it up.
It's all negotiable.
Unless it's in
All
writing.
negotiable when you buy it.
No, it is. The only issue is it was Jeff Delury and now it's Allegiance, so hopefully somebody at Allegiance. That was a deal Jeff struck with us.
Do you have it in writing someplace?
That's what we need.
I'll call Jeff.
Do it every day.
Not to hurry you guys along, but I do have somebody that's like my little guy.
Oh, is he? Okay.
So,
Well, we got one page left and then
yeah, one major page, because everything else is
the ce-
reserve funds.
and
that-
cemetery
and
funds, which
cemetery's already been
we
approved.
don't deal with that one,
They've
so.
done their own.
Yeah, so for page 5, I had sand. The cost of sand went from 25,500 to 27. Salt, 55, and they're asking for 60. And then road material, gravel, stone went from 40 to 55. And then down under pavement markings, went from 13 to 17,500.
Yeah, that's a big increase from 152 to 278.
To 178, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 34.
But we're also not adding in the 75. We still add 20 to that.
Oh, because it continues, yeah. So yeah, the 34 doesn't include the extra for the truck on the previous page, or the maintenance. So yeah, that is a pretty big,
So it's gonna be 198,700.
yeah.
Yes. Approximately, because I don't think there was any, the blinking sign, because that might really tip the scale.
I mean, I'm assuming, most of those, like the salt and the sand and probably just cost increases,
Yeah.
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 And then the road, same with the gravel.
Yep. And again, some of the line items, because the way Mark would do it would be, you know, if he had excess in salt, he would get a little more gravel that year. Again,
Okay.
it's just the way he
Yeah.
kind of did it. I don't know if necessarily you guys agreed with it.
So who came up with these numbers, the 55 for the road? Is that from Mark?
So these were BJ brought them up, and they were in Mark's book. And BJ, of course, or Brian, I should say. obviously, he's only been here a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was like, Mark knew what he was doing.
Okay, no, I was just curious.
And then, of course, I was just like, well, you know, he would take a little from here and take a little from there and try and make his budget work as long as he didn't go over.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this something that, is it worthwhile to have Brian examine just the costs? To see if we can get those costs down a little bit?
Well, we could, we're just going over it, we're not really,
Yeah,
I guess we could have a discussion with him.
just because that is a
He
pretty,
could come to the next meeting, or,
okay. I keep going, I guess. Then we're going down into these, the transfer funds. So there's a bridge co-op fund transfer of, went from 0 to 5,000. And that was, is that for the covered bridge?
yeah, we took it out for a few years.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a little bit of money, I guess, so they took it out to lower.
And that pays for like when everyone hits it and everything? Okay.
Few boards here and
Okay.
there.
And then we get to the next two of them, the equipment reserve fund, is from 70 to 85. And then same with the paving reserve fund from 70 to 85. And so those are 21.42 increases.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you know what we have in the equipment reserve fund right now, roughly?
Did I print that?
This- I mean,
So at the end of our fiscal, we had,
Well, I don't care about that, what do we have right now?
Just like-
right now, I can get that to you.
It's like a 35% increase.
30 or,
Yeah,
Yeah, 36. Yeah,
that's a big increase.
that's a big one. Guardrail reserve went 1,500, and that's kind of also with those guardrails down at the bridge. Is that the thinking?
Well, the thinking was yes, because the quote for fixing so cars aren't falling into the Jezebel, hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, grant money possibly
Okay.
for that, but we need to really start looking into.
Okay. And then the road project reserve transfer,
Also the
15?
same.
Okay,
It's not just gonna be the guardrails.
okay. And so, yeah, you add those up, it went from 140 to 191,500 for those transfers.
Bruce, what do you think on the equipment, keeping it at 70? I mean, I know paving's going up every year, it seems like paving's going up, but
yeah, we're doing a lot of there's a lot of increases here. I don't know, it was 60 a few years ago, and it went to 70, and now we're at 85. I don't know if we can maybe raise kind of, I don't know. Well, I think it's a discussion that I don't know if we should jump them both up to 85,000.
we're doing both at 75, or
I don't know, I guess we could wait and have a discussion, go down through these with Brian. I don't-
Well, these are Brian's numbers that he agreed with Mark, so I just put in what
No,
Brian
him
and
and
I
I-
discussed.
Yeah, him and I talked about it, and it's not, Brian's gonna do things differently. He doesn't know right now, so a year from now, he'll be much better at knowing, but right now he doesn't. And I don't know if we really need to jump them both up that much all at once.
Should we,
Or even some of the other ones, maybe not so high or so much this year and then add it again. I just think that's quite an increase.
My also thoughts on this is we did just do our reappraisal, right? And everybody is going up. Nobody's price is going down. So if it's only a year that we might actually see kind of like leveling off for taxes, this might be the year for it, because all these new houses that are being added and more expensive on our grand list hopefully makes the spread better, right?
So absorb.
So if our increase in our budget goes up for these expected costs to go up, this might be the year where we actually kind of still see a maintained cost in taxes.
Good point.
Am I explaining that well enough for you
Yeah.
guys?
There's quite a few houses that's gone up, so.
More people paying into the pot.
Their share into the pot.
Yeah.
You know, there's also people in town, elderly people that are paying a lot and they see such an increase, they're like, but I can see your point where the.
But my point is
Yeah.
hopefully like this year, even though our collection was less, but because there's so much more, the spread will still stay for the
Yeah.
ones that didn't build $1 million home.
Yep. I don't know, I think,
It would also be helpful to justify if we had some particular plan for that money.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
the
truck-
paving, they have a rough
Paving, I think, is clear.
plan of what they're gonna do, and then I guess the trucks, it just
Yeah, you-
depends, right?
Right.
Yeah.
to the paving, you know, if you have to maintain the roads that you have paved, so there's like a cycle and you start paving more roads, and it's just gonna, you might as well double it, because it's just gonna keep going.
Yeah, the rates are,
You know, you gotta maintain the roads that you have paved, and, you know.
Well, it's just maintaining the roads in general too.
Yeah.
But there's less maintenance in general on paved roads than there is on dirt roads.
Yeah, well, yeah, 400 or 300,000 per mile, or, that's a lot of money.
So,
So speaking of that, I mean, I brought up in the past about paving Flint Hollow Road. I've been asking for almost 28 years. I've gone through several boards, so I'm back here again asking if there's some consideration for paving Flint Hollow Road and continuing on North Road. I mean, there's a gap there, why not finish the gap? Complete the cycle. I know it's expensive, but in 2030, it's not gonna be less, and it's not gonna be less going forward. But it's easier for the road crew to plow and maintain a paved road than it is to maintain the gravel road.
I've actually looked into some studies on this,
Yeah.
and in Iowa and Minnesota, and it's, the break-even point is how much traffic is actually on an unpaved road versus a paved road. And it's anywhere from 150 to 200 cars per day. If you're above that, yes, the maintenance is less, you know, paving it and maintaining it, but if it's less than that, gravel road, you don't see the return on the investment. So, and I understand what you're saying,
No, I get it, yep.
but there's actual studies.
Do we have a count? Can we get a count? I'm curious with that 200 and 150.
we could put our speeding sign,
Does that give you a count
well,
of how
yeah,
many people pass?
tells you every car that passes and
I'm
what
just,
speed
I'm
they're
just
at.
curious because I mean, really,
you'd have to, I mean, for an
I like
official survey,
stats.
you'd have to
Well, how many
have
houses are on it?
BCRC do
You
it.
guys
but-
live on the road, how many houses are on it?
Give us an
9,
idea.
9, 10.
Yeah, at least.
Are you concerned, citizens, about
oh no, I'm thinking
speeding on
about the
North Road?
The North Road. I'm not concerned about speeding.
If you were, then we'd put up the radar sign, is my point.
Oh no, I run past it.
No,
and I
North
see-
Road, North Road, you're right. I mean, North Road's gonna have more than 150 cars a day going
Well, I
on
was just
North
thinking that
Road.
catch because I'm pretty sure, I don't know, but I know for the guys in general, when they have to do gravel to dirt to gravel or like whatever, that is, it's harder on them to keep up. But I would just like facts of like, really, I mean, we're not looking here, we're looking here, right?
Correct. So, no, I mean, as far as the plowing goes, North Road's a pain because it's dirt and paving.
Yes.
Yeah,
A lot of times.
it's a pain overall. It's dusty during the summer, it's muddy during the spring, it's icy during the winter. You try to take a walk on that road, it's impossible.
Yeah, I drove
You know, I mean,
all the way
I
around
walked on
today.
that road.
Yeah, you do.
I grew up
Not
up
during,
there.
not during the icy stains. But you know, it's just an improvement within the town that I think it's money well spent going forward. And I think we should look forward to all the roads throughout the town as time goes on. Have a plan, a 10, 15, 20
But
year
what were we
plan.
doing during mud season then?
Yeah, I know, what do we do? It's not Vermont.
It is.
It's not Vermont if it isn't mud season.
Some of the roads get
Sad statement.
Some of the roads get paved because of the trucks, you know, like the
Yeah.
one, the old road up by, past Skyline where they paved, it had concrete, and that got repaved because it was catching the plow.
Yep.
So there's other
You're talking about
reasons.
Lathrop,
Is it Lathrop?
yeah.
What's the road that connects down here off of Sunderland Hill by the old general store?
The borough.
Borough.
The
Borough.
Road. So that was dirt. That's all paved, and that seems to be extended a little bit further each year.
I don't know why.
Yeah, because that's not our road past the bridge, is it?
I think there's this turnaround spot or something. I don't know.
Kill time.
But there's many roads that we've improved upon, and I think we should continue that. And there's a town, the board 15, 20 years ago was really into that, and that's kind of stopped, I think. Hoping to revive this now with the new board.
I used to be a one-way road down through there in North Road.
It was blocked off during the winter months.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I remember that.
There used to be no houses.
Right?
Yeah. No woods.
No woods.
The road I grew up on, they closed during mud season. The town just said, road's closed, travel your own risk.
Yeah.
Those are the fun days.
What was that?
Mendon.
In Maine?
So I'm asking the board to consider including that in the budget. It'd be great to do it in 26, I know that's a dream, but, again, it's not gonna get cheaper, less expensive as time goes on.
What's that, the North Road?
No, it's Flint Hollow. Nice try, Bruce. but We can do both, we can do both. I mean, how far does $100,000 go?
Somebody
Well,
came-
we already talked about that one.
Yeah, I mean, it just repaved like 1.7 miles on North Road last year.
And that was,
The problem, it's just not the pavement itself. It's putting the base down.
Oh, yeah, I mean, for,
Well, that's the best, one of the best roads in town, and we've
But
never,
it's gotta come up to specs though.
well, we've never, ever, and I have all the list of roads that we paved, brought anything up to spec.
And do you see what happens like Bacon Hollow Road?
We've never done it though.
I know, you walk on it, it's not done properly.
It's been 30 years, it's in pretty good shape.
It's got those ruts.
I know, but look at the traffic. Look at the trucks on there, look at the log trucks.
But if you're gonna do it right.
Let's do it first, and then we can do it right.
But to do it right
you have to
is
excavate.
the money.
Well,
has
That's
there,
what I mean.
has there been quotes done for Flint Hollow or for North Road or for the extended spot of Bacon Hollow, which is also a pain in the,
There's,
for the boys, the end spot? Where they go, it's like this much dirt at the end, I used to live out there.
it's like 400,000 to do it right with the base. was
Where, with
one-
Flint Hollow?
we have never
No.
done a base on any of the roads.
The North
It is
Road.
curious.
No.
I wanna know,
Even North
That's
Road,
okay.
and that was all dirt, we never did a base.
Well,
One end to
that's,
the other,
to do it right, it was like 400,000.
and to do it wrong?
and we didn't do that.
And I
So
don't,
I'm just saying, we've never done it, I don't think we're going to plan on doing that. But Flint Hollow is probably one of the best roads in the town.
so why would you want it?
So why would you not want to pave it before it becomes
The Chisholmville.
like other
The
roads?
Chisholmville is probably one of the oldest ones in town.
That's last on the list because Arlington's water, they're digging that up at some point
Yeah.
in the next 50 years.
I think, I mean,
yes.
in terms of,
Okay.
in terms of this upcoming budget, I mean, I personally, I don't see putting in paving expenses for that road, but I mean, we talked, you know, I would like to at some point come up with, at least once you know, our new foreman kinda gets the lay of the land, is, you know, his opinion of the paving schedule, and then he could, you know, we can run the theoretical, what would it cost to do all this stuff, but, I mean, I think for today, in this budget, I don't think we can add that in, or even kinda entertain it for this upcoming budget.
So when you do add that in, that 85 is gonna jump up to 100 probably.
At 56 cents per
Yeah, I think that's what we came up with for 1,000.
1,000.
Do we land on a equipment reserve fund
We haven't, no.
increase or
No, we
no
haven't.
increase?
Yeah, so I mean, we'll have to look into it, is all I could say, just like the
I-
previous
yeah.
select boards for 30 years, 28 years.
Yeah.
Don't exaggerate.
But,
If I can get, I've been pounding the listers to at least see what our grand total is for what our town might be valued at. Would you guys like that? So you can at least look at the bigger picture of what is, I mean, we're looking at the bigger picture in a smaller note here. But really, if we're short-sighting and just thinking about tomorrow's prices are a little higher, but in 10 years.
I guess, I mean, for me, it's more of the, like, the initial, like, in terms of the budget, I'm looking at how can we control our costs, and then with the increases in the values in the homes and the taxes and the additional, just getting the town itself up to where it should be without adding anything else, right?
Right.
And so that's my concern with adding all the extra stuff, is that we're so far, I don't wanna say so far behind, but there's a lot to be done just to get us up to where the roads should be, the gravel roads, the paved roads, the guardrails, the bridges. And so that's my kind of concern with just taking on additional projects and like the value of the town and going down that route. I don't wanna get into this thing where we're now, I mean, it's helpful, I think it would be helpful to see all that stuff, but I'm just cautious of
I
getting
think I
to
also
the,
think we should be budgeting on what we think we need to spend, not necessarily what we'll pull in. So,
When is the appraisal gonna,
They have appraised everything.
okay, but when is it gonna start reflecting in the grand list that we make the tax?
It'll be 2026.
2020, so this coming?
Yes.
Okay, so theoretically, if this budget gets almost flat,
Right.
and you divide it by a greater grand list, theoretically, your tax rate should be lower,
Right, that was the spread that I was speaking of.
right? Yeah, I mean, yeah,
With the exception of school tax.
Yeah.
well, the school tax,
12%.
But here's the issue. I mean, I look at my tax bill, and roughly 25% of it is our town.
right,
75%. So we're sitting here trying to control our property taxes.
25%.
And we have
Right.
no control over 75% of it. And we're cheating the residents of services.
Right, exactly. We're getting less for our money.
Because
Year
it's,
after year, we have no control.
because of the school.
Yes.
I understand that. No, I get that, totally.
So-
My portion is that I'm still paying them more no matter what, but I'm getting less.
We
So I'm
all
gonna
are.
ask for more.
yeah.
I'm asking for more because I'm getting less, but I'm paying more. I understand, totally.
And-
I have no control of
And to
that.
It's
get more, you
frustrating.
pay even more.
Yeah. no
If it
control.
was 50-50,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
if,
Yeah.
I think I pay $85,000 or $9,000. If half of that was going towards the town, shit, we could do,
Everything.
sorry, TV land.
Well, I mean,
That costs us to bleep that out.
but you can only control what
quick
you,
closed captioning them.
but, I mean, in reality, you can only control what you can control. You know, and if you can control 25% of the budget, then that's what you control, and it's a decision you make. We have no control over the 75% or whatever that percent is going to be. We have no control over that. And eventually, we're gonna have less control because you're not even gonna be able to vote on it with Act 73. The voting will be, you'll disappear, right? The state will tell you what your budget's gonna be. And then the school has, then you'll be able to vote on a small portion of it. You know, anything that you want to do beyond what the state gives you, you can vote on. But, I mean, that's beyond our control, but, you know,
I just have a question, a couple of things. Do most people come out onto Bacon Hollow on your road?
A lot of people, I don't know why, but they cross. Yeah, they go up Flint Hollow onto North Road. I don't know if they go left or right, but there's a lot of traffic. I'm not sure, I think even people that live on North Road, right off of Bacon, will come over through Flint all the time.
I don't know
both ways.
why, but.
I have no clue.
I have no
drive it
idea.
sometimes to check my mileage.
No. But yeah,
So my other question for you is, since the highway department switched to winter gravel rather than sand,
oh, yeah.
I have to assume that's helped with the dust in the summertime?
Oh,
Not much.
you should have
And it's-
seen North Road today.
Yeah.
The one, North Road today, it was like going through a
Wow.
fog.
Yeah, you can't see.
It was awful.
You can't walk because you inhale a lot. And my So are you asking how much sand and gravel I take off my lawn every year? I'm about 5 wheelbarrow fulls a year now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I get that up close to my driveway, not maybe a wheelbarrow full,
Yeah.
and that's paved.
I'll try it. I'll be all for paving.
Okay, so we haven't decided what we want to do with those 2 fund transfers. Do we want to just hold off and then we're gonna revisit this budget anyway, so?
Yeah, I think we're, as far as the $285,000 for paving and equipment reserve, we should get Brian in here to,
Okay,
and then if we can get a current
Yeah.
balance of what's in both reserve funds.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this
I can
is
get you
just
guys a trial
1
balance
year.
for the
We
end of
don't
the
know what the total is, do we? In the equipment repair fund, the equipment reserve fund?
So at the end of 2025, there's the reserve fund balances for 2025. So at the end of June. If you scoot through, it's like the fourth or fifth page from the top.
It's 121,000.
Which page is it? Oh, okay.
But we didn't pay for the truck.
We haven't paid for
And
we hadn't paid for the truck
And the
yet,
70 hadn't gone
and
into
the
it.
70 had not gone in yet.
You said what other page?
Okay, this says reserve
Oh.
here.
Yeah,
But it's only showing
that makes sense.
a transfer of $70,000 into it. Or was that, when did the
Oh, when did the
insurance, where did that money go?
the insurance money went?
It was in a special-
95. I will find out where we put that. I don't know if it's listed on here.
Or did that, no, that happened last year. We got the money, it should have been
Yeah, we got the money
the
before
30th of
June.
Highway and insurance reimbursement.
I think it was in May, wasn't it May, maybe?
The bottom one? On the top?
Insurance reimbursement.
Yeah, 94, 526. That was pretty close to what it was.
Where's this?
Where is it?
What page we on?
Highway fund?
Oh, the high,
What page?
it's on,
Oh, yeah.
a different document in the
Highway
packet.
insurance reimbursement up here.
So that will be added to our reserve fund?
So is that a special fund?
It was, and then it was gonna put into the,
Oh,
it was gonna be put into,
Oh, okay.
it's in a revenue, so,
and it was supposed to go into the equipment reserve.
okay.
So that one has to be moved. Okay.
Okay.
I think it actually might have already been moved. But this is also the end of the fiscal comparison.
Right. So that would lead us back down to the total for the highway department. But we wanna revisit this, so we'll hold off on that.
Yeah, I don't think we want to mention that total yet.
Yeah. Okay, so, in terms of for the budget for this
That's a
session,
big total. big
is there anything else today, budget-wise, that we need to review?
I think we covered most line items that are major.
Okay,
Again, feel free to like email me guys, if you have any questions, if you need to see like, I don't know, balances or anything, just let me know.
I'd rather come in because I don't always get my emails.
I am in tomorrow all day, so, or if you have a day that works better for you, just let me know and I can make it work.
Where were you when you found that?
when would, before you take off, when would the board like to meet again? Because our next scheduled meeting is Monday, January 12th, we have a three-week
Oh, this is a long
gap.
one, yeah.
Just because of do we wanna do a special meeting prior to that, just to go over budget stuff again? So,
When's the deadline?
I would, we have to approve appropriations to be warned before the 12th. And I have to
Thank
make.
you.
Good night, folks.
Sorry, thank
Have a
you.
good holiday.
Thanks, you too.
Merry Christmas, Mike.
Merry Christmas.
That's just for the warning, though. That's not, we don't have to have a final budget for the warning.
Let's go to print and sometime.
End of January, everything
Yeah,
goes to
that's,
print.
yeah, that's what I was really asking, what was the deadline for that?
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I
the
found
24th.
searching it too.
I had the calendar, for that, but I believe we have to warn for the articles, right? Isn't that what it was?
I think
It's
so,
the
because we have, so our,
But the articles would be the reserve,
It's just this.
because our
Yeah.
scheduled meetings in January are the 12th and then 26th.
yes. So we have to get the articles, which are reserve funds, because those get voted on the floor,
So we'll probably have
and
to have,
the, appropriations.
And then also who's running for whatever.
we'll just have to have another
Yeah.
special meeting, right?
For the articles?
For the budget.
Why can't we do the budget on the 12th? I mean,
We can do the
that's-
budget on the 12th, we just have to possibly get together to do the articles. How about this? I will send you guys an email, if we have to do a
Okay.
special meeting, we'll warn for a special meeting.
Okay,
I will get all the dates together for you guys.
Okay.
I'm
Because
just-
I was obviously ill prepared.
Last year, this was signed on the 21st of January, the articles.
Articles on the 21st. So that means I had to go to print by the I think it was the 24th. So
so,
if the 12th works, then we'll do it then.
okay, because yeah, so the next meeting would be January 12th, and then the next one after that would be the 26th. So,
I won't be
just,
for that one.
just throwing that out there.
Okay.
Okay, so right now, okay, we'll just hold off until we hear otherwise.
Okay.
Okay, so budget-wise, are we good at tabling any discussions until next time we can move on?
Yeah.
You guys good with that?
Yep.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
Of course. Yeah, just email me guys if you need anything, and I'll get the dates of I'll get the calendar of events
Okay.
listed for you guys, so you know what needs to happen.
Okay, appreciate it.
And I'll crunch some other numbers too.
Okay. Item number 8, highway liaison. Do you have anything, Bruce?
I think the guys are doing a very good job for being a new crew. I think Brian's doing pretty good. Thought he was gonna be here tonight. I was gonna actually have them give us a little info on how things are going, but he's probably dealing with Arlington's stuff tonight. So I don't really have anything else. I think storms are done pretty good, I think. Do you have anything to say, Carolyn?
Great feedback from people, other than a couple of mailboxes, which, look at their casualties, that happens every year. And the guys have been great about putting them back up. I think there's been a little bit of obstacles with the new guys and like the equipment, but so far, I think our roads are still better than Arlington.
No, actually, I saw Matt today, I was driving by and he was out there and he's thrilled to be here. He
Yeah.
says the three of them were working really well together, so I think we got a good crew on our
I think
hands.
so.
Yeah, I mean, my interactions with Brian and Keegan have been the same thing, really positive. Everyone's
Yeah.
pretty happy the way things are going.
Yeah, and they did a good job with the windstorm that we had.
Oh, the trees.
The trees, the branches, and I saw them zipping around with the excavators and picking stuff up, so that was all good, I thought. They're doing a great job. Okay, we'll move on to old business. I just had an update, so the town garage structural repair estimate. So I received one estimate, and I'm still waiting to hear back from another company. So I don't know if we wanna look at that estimate, or do you wanna wait until we have both?
Wait till they both go.
Okay, so we'll table that one till the next meeting then.
Comes soon.
So item number 10, new business. Is there any new business for today?
That's
Oh,
the warrant.
sorry. Oh, Carolyn, do we have to do anything with these
Nope,
today?
those were just a few of the letters of appropriations that
Okay.
are all staying the same as last year, like $1,500 for council on aging, or
Okay.
$700 for council on aging, the nursing society. There's a few things, other miscellaneous.
But this year, there's nothing that we've had to like approve and vote on, right?
No,
That's what I
because
thought.
nobody has done any petitions
Yeah, okay.
or changed.
Why is there sexual harassment policy?
it's still in there. I'm not sure what needs to happen with that.
We have to approve it.
Yeah, we'll get through that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I was making sure, as long as,
There hasn't been
Okay.
anything that has came through with like the 45 signatures or
That's what I-
anything of that
okay.
sort.
and they have till January 6th, I think, somewhere around there? Okay. Okay, and then like all the nursing,
Like you just answered that.
There's some odd stuff in there too.
okay,
Just,
but nothing
there's
increasing,
nothing of increases.
okay. I'll pass this on to everyone.
Yeah, it's just very, very minimal. I think budget time and holidays is
Okay.
keeping people.
So yeah, that's the review of correspondence, signing of warrants. Everyone will kind of work their way through that. As everyone does that, we can move on. I don't think we have a need for an executive session, is that correct? Are we good?
No need.
Okay. Item number 13, the next business meeting for the Sunderland Select Board will be Monday, January 12th, 2026 at 7 PM.
Yeah, so we had I'm sorry, there was a credit and then
Okay.
we called about it. They credited us back and they're like, nope, you got two.
All right,
Okay.
sorry.
No, that's okay.
No, it's okay.
No, I'm glad you asked because it's nice to know that you're looking at them.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. You know,
Didn't mean to
I don't think I should probably adjourn the meeting while we're still looking at the folder anyway, so. Right.
We've adjourned?
No,
No, not yet.
no, I'm saying that.
Is that a motion?
Because there's nothing else going on, so we'll just now listen to the pens and. Do you have anything you'd like to share?
Maybe just come down that way.
No, I don't
Please
think
come down
so.
that way. This one you have to sign. This is just,
I asked
nothing
Brian
to
to
sign.
keep an eye on the CV on how much it's actually costing for every repair that's gonna happen to it. Just
Yeah.
a better track of how much it,
Oh, have you guys seen this? Yeah. Okay.
I think last year was pretty accurate because every time they gave us a bill, they would put like truck 2 on it or truck 1 or. This year,
They know the trucks well?
they do. This year's been a little bit harder, I think just because Keegan was by himself for a little bit and you guys are still getting used to paperwork.
they weren't the same.
Yeah, nothing changed.
Everybody's there because it's the same money, right?
Some of those are just little articles, like there's a forest one in there, but they obviously aren't asking for money. Cool.
Yep.
I'm gonna skedaddle.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you very
Good
much.
night, guys.
Good night.
And you want to look at this?
I know Brian's spent some time trying to get the sander to work better,
Yeah.
and he's coming up with 0.
Okay.
You know, if I was, I don't know, I mean, racking my brain on that silly truck. Talked to him about actually covering up part of the conveyor. Because it does work, the electric motor does work on the smaller trucks. And I'm like, why don't we just try to just block off the first
To minimize the
2 or 3
load on
feet?
it?
And that way you're just left with an 8-foot chain instead of an 11-foot chain or whatever it is.
Take the weight off the
Maybe
front.
some-
Yeah, so I don't know if he's had a chance to try that or not, so.
Are they in here? I don't know, it's just a collection
Yeah.
of old stuff.
I think everything in front of the paperclip is new,
Okay.
as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, because I remember seeing that. What was this?
It's the Vermont Covered Bridge Society. I'm a personal member of it. but-
Are you?
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean, I figured I probably should learn about bridges since we're here with our covered bridge.
That one.
That is one thing I think they do have a municipal membership for. I haven't read it yet, but I think there's a municipal membership. And I know they have a covered bridge week. And Arlington had their, a nice sign on their covered bridge in West Arlington celebrating that, and they had a thing with the governor, at the State House. So I don't know if that's something the town might wanna look into, is just, especially since we do spend a lot of money on that covered bridge, it might be nice, especially tourism-wise too, to be a part of it. I think it's $50 a year or something like that. They're pretty active. Their newsletters are pretty thorough. I was actually kind of surprised how much they really love covered bridges, which is nice to see. So, you good with those ones? We got all good with this?
Last one.
And then once that's signed, we'll wrap it up.
Do you want to be distribute the
Is
cookies?
there an increase in the payroll?
Budget or?
Oh, good for you.
I didn't see.
Yeah. It's going to snow tomorrow. It's supposed to be 3 to 6 inches.
So
something like that.
So for the Covered Bridge Society, it's $15 a year for the municipality.
Well, we ought to join.
So I think we should probably,
Absolutely not.
I think that would be, I would actually probably even pay that myself.
We should probably,
We should join.
put that up to the voters.
So I don't know if that's something the board wants to do or vote upon, or if we even need to vote upon $15, but we can leave that in there and discuss it
Oh,
later.
it's only,
Okay,
it's even less snow now.
so, is that it for the, yeah, Bruce?
The highway, was there an increase?
Are we going back, okay, in the budget?
In the,
Payroll?
yeah,
Which one are you looking at?
highway,
Trying to find it.
For payroll?
yeah, I just
It would be at the bottom of the page 3?
Should be like, it's not under the highway fund.
Oh, no, wait. Yeah, it is, because this
Oh,
is the
yeah,
general
sorry,
fund, so
it's
it's,
bottom of
yeah.
the I lied.
It's less than a 1% increase in payroll benefits.
Right, because we were kind of offsetting, yeah.
There was that one, email that Caroline sent to, that showed kind of the wage, in terms of the wage, schedule, before we move on, I guess, and wrap this up. I think you guys might have got it. Okay, but yeah, everything stayed the same in the wage schedule. I think they just adjusted, like the foreman, reflected the 31, the 2 road workers reflected the 27. She had a question mark for any kind of, if we did wanna do any raises.
that's where I was going.
Yeah, so that's the thing, and here it said $3, and that was the old one. I guess we can discuss that at the next meeting. I'll send this out to each individual account, and then the only other thing would be, I think she requested 25 for, the clerk assistant, treasurer assistant, but no other changes, for all the other salaries. But I can send that out, since I think we're having email issues, and then, we can discuss it
I
the
didn't
next
get
meeting.
that. I never got that sheet.
It's a VIP. No, I think there's definitely some email scheduling
Yeah.
issues,
I'm
so.
not getting, I got the.
Oh, do you know why? Because she sent it to the select board, but then she also, because I think I mentioned before sending it to my Gmail, my town Gmail account. So I was added separately, so that's why I got it and you guys didn't get it, okay. So, okay, I'll send those out. Anything else before we wrap up? No? Okay, so like I said, the next business meeting of the select board will be on Monday, January 12th at 7 PM as of right now. Item number 14 is adjourning.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
We have a motion from Marty, we have a second. Any discussion? Nope, we have to vote. All in favor of adjourning, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No? All right, we are adjourned at 8:58 PM. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, happy holidays.
Yep.
We'll see you next year. Thank you.